Now, Thamud, they were a nation that came after Ad and before Nuh alayhi salam. So after Hud alayhi salam and before Nuh alayhi salam. And Allah says in Surah Al-Hijr that, and certainly did the companions of Thamud deny the messengers. Plural, messengers. They were sent only Salih alayhi salam, but if you deny one, you deny them all. You take Islam in its entirety, or you don't take it at all. And not only that, he also continues to say that, and we gave them our signs, but from them they were turning away, and they used to carve from the mountains houses, feeling secure. Now what this means is they didn't build their houses from rocks or stone. They carved into the mountain. So they were high up, and it says that they were feeling secure, because they thought that they were undefeatable. They're up in the mountains, they can't be flooded. A tornado can't destroy them. Fire can't hurt them. Earthquake can't hurt them, because earthquake, it doesn't shake the entire mountain. So they felt like they were invincible. And they were very corrupt. Because Salih alayhi salam said to them, stop spreading mischief on this earth. Because they were corrupting the land continuously, much like what we're doing today with pollution and all this stuff. And Salih alayhi salam also spread the general message that all the prophets spread, which is Tawheed, oneness of Allah. La ilaha illallah. But Salih alayhi salam, who was he? Salih alayhi salam was amongst the people of Thamud. And not only that, he was amongst the nobility. He was rich. He was famous. And to top it all off, he was going to be their leader. He was being groomed to be their leader. He was going to be their king. And put that in perspective today. Salih alayhi salam had wealth, power, and fame. Everything a man could want. And he was willing to throw all of that away for the sake of Allah. We don't have nearly what he had, and we're clinging on to it for our dear life. And Allah says in Surah Hud that they said, "O Salih, you were among us a man of promise before this," meaning that they were telling him that you could be our leader. The offer is still open. Just stop what you're doing. And they said, do you forbid us to worship what our forefathers did? Now this is a very strong concept. The shaitan never changes, and this is the same concept within us today. The non-Muslims, why do they hang on to disbelief so firmly? They do it mainly because they're afraid that their parents, their grandparents, and their great-grandparents were wrong. How could so many people be wrong? That's the thought process that they have. And not only that, they'll think it's dishonorable that, my grandfather would become so very upset with me that I became a Muslim. Their forefathers were misled, and they themselves would be misled. That's the illogic that they have. And not only that, they accuse Salih alayhi salam of magic, and they ask for a sign, just like everybody else. It's like, oh, if you're a prophet of Allah, give us a sign. And for once, Allah actually agreed. And not only did he agree, because other nations were given signs, they got to pick their sign, they got to pick their miracle, and they said that from this solid rock, make for us a live camel. So Allah did it. Allah has been very cool. He says, be and become. What difference is it to Allah? So he made for them a live camel. But this camel came with a restriction. One day, the people of Thamud get to drink from the well. The other day, the camel gets to drink from the well. Now, and if you wanted to drink from the day that the camel was drinking, you could drink the milk of the camel. Now, everything was going fine. But then there was a conspiracy that started amongst the people of Thamud. A very small group of people. Allah says in the Quran that there were 9. Amongst the entire nation, there was 9. Keep that in mind. That's very important. And they planned to not only kill the camel, but to kill Salih alayhi salam and his entire family. And when they approached the camel, just 9 of them, only 1 or 2, some people say 1 or 2, actually had the guts to go up to the camel and slash it and kill it. Now they asked for the punishment. They said, okay, we killed the camel from Allah. Now bring on the punishment. They said, they had their houses built out of solid bedrock. They thought that they were invincible. So Salih alayhi salam said that in 3 days, your punishment will come. 3 days, you get to do whatever you want. You can party, do whatever you want, but in 3 days, after those 3 days are done, you're gone. You will be destroyed. So they partied for 3 days, and on the 3rd night, they looked at Salih alayhi salam and they said, look at this liar. He said that our 3 days are up. Where's the punishment? We're still here. So they went to sleep. Amanin secured. They fell asleep secured, thinking that, we have a house made of solid bedrock. What can touch us? Then on the 4th day, after the deadline was up, a sound. I mean, the military is researching weapons. They're trying to weaponize sound. But Allah says that there was a wild cry that went out. Because sound can go through any medium. Like, Allah couldn't destroy it. I mean, he could have, but fire can't destroy that solid bedrock. Earthquake cannot destroy it. Tornado cannot destroy it. Flood cannot destroy it. What destroyed them was sound. Sound can pass through any medium. Air, rock, water, anything. So their hearts felt dead. They were rattled from the inside so severely that they felt dead. Right there. The only people that were saved was Saleh al-Islam and his followers. Now, remember I said 9. Only 9 of them planned to kill that camel and Saleh al-Islam. And of the 9, only 1 or 2 actually went out to kill the camel. Now, why this is so important is because we have an entire nation that did nothing. They didn't even plan to kill the camel. Why were they destroyed? That's a viable question, right? You have only 9 people going out to kill a camel, only 1 or 2 do it, and the entire nation suffers. Why? Because they knew about the conspiracy and they did nothing to stop it. And this goes back to my introduction, that we see all this corruption around us and we do nothing to stop it. We know Islam can cure these people, we know Islam can cure this hate, this depression in this world, and we do nothing about it. We see a guy suffering on the side of the road, oh, I have to get to work, sorry man. Somebody else will handle it. When a boat is sinking, there's an example. You have a boat. You have people in 3 levels. You have the people on the top, people in the middle, and people on the bottom. And they say, okay, whatever you do, we don't care, you do whatever you want. But the people on the bottom, they're drilling a hole in the boat. You're not going to stop them? What happens when the hole finishes? The entire boat sinks. Yeah, sure, the people at the bottom level, they were the only ones that did it, but the entire boat suffers. Why? Because you didn't try and stop them. Same thing here. You have an entire nation, 9 people are plotting to kill the Prophet of Allah and the camel. It was a gift from Allah. They're trying to get rid of that. And only 9 people do it. 1 or 2 people actually go and commit the act, and the entire nation suffers. Why? Because they saw it happening. They saw this mischief. They saw this evil happening, and they did nothing to stop it. And Thamud, they're still, I mean, they're not still around. Their buildings, their remnants are still around, just like the remnants of Pharaoh. Now, when Muhammad was going with his Sahaba and they passed by the remnants of Thamud, he forbade them to drink from the water. He said, any bread that you get, feed it to the camels. Don't even go in there. Why? Because that place is cursed. Same thing goes for the remnants of Pharaoh. Why is that? Because they are cursed people. Now, this is the exact opposite of what we have today, unfortunately. You know, we as Muslims are very proud of our non-Islamic so-called civilization. We're very proud that we had the pyramids. This was built by the most evil person in the world, Pharaoh, but it doesn't matter. We have the pyramids. Everyone's amazed by us. And we should not be. Because the only reason we should be going to Thamud or the remnants of Pharaoh is to cry, because we have to realize that Pharaoh was absolutely destroyed. The only reason the remnants are still standing is because Allah said that they're there as an example for us. We're not supposed to be going there and taking a picture and like, you know, hey, look, I can hold the pyramids. It's not for that purpose. Pharaoh was kept alive. Thamud, the buildings were kept alive for that purpose to remind us that this is what happens to those that defy the orders of Allah. And, I mean, I really cannot stress this enough because, I mean, Egypt, I mean, that is obviously a Muslim country, but the Egyptians today, they're so happy that like, hey, look, we have pyramids, we have the Sphinx, we have the Temple of Obelisk, we have all these things. Why are you proud of that? Fir'aun was evil. He hunted down Musa al-Islam. He hunted down the Muslims of that time. He oppressed them. He killed them. He killed children. I mean, think of that today. What if there was a king? What if Obama suddenly got up and said, here, kill the Muslims, kill the Muslim children, everybody? Would you respect him then? Would you go to the White House and start taking pictures around that then? No. So put that in perspective. These stories are here not for the purpose of entertainment. They're here as an example for us. They're here as a lesson for us. So inshallah, may Allah give us tawfiq on what we learned today.